Hey, thanks for stopping by my neck of the woods. I'm the gig geezer in Wood Lane, and when I'm out there driving, I'm out there to make some money. I want to help you maximize your gig hustle. There's been some random chatter that I've noticed on YouTube among certain channels that I've checked out. And I'll also mention that this segment of the Gig Geezer was brought about because of a notification that I received from DoorDash yesterday on November 11. This involves drivers having to provide picture documentation of having a hot cold bag or a hot cold pizza bag on certain orders. Now, drivers will know if this is required upon checking out the acceptance screen. And then we are to provide a picture of the bags that we have in our possession before marking the orders as picked up. If you don't have the bag at that time of pickup, DoorDash will allow you that delivery, but then the next time, DoorDash's app will block you from picking up these orders. DoorDash calls this large order equipment verification. Well, before we go any further, if you like the content that's provided here on the Gig Geezer, hey, hit that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. And as always, I welcome your comments in the section below. So let's move further into this segment here. Now, of the apps that I am currently active, DoorDash and Bite Squad are the apps that actually communicate similar messages. Bite Squad sends periodic communications to drivers, reminding us that hot cold bags are a part of our terms of agreement. Bite Squad will even go as far as to show on certain acceptance screens, no bag, no food. In my market, I will venture to say at least 95% of all food delivery drivers do not carry hot cold bags. Now, I say this with great qualification about this 90 to 95%. In fact, I'll go as far as to say in one particular instance, I gave a driver one of my bags only to encounter him a few days later and notice that he didn't even have the bag with him. Now, I'm not going to go around confronting drivers. I'm not going to go around attempting to report drivers. That's not my thing. I just stay in my lane. I stick to my game, and my game is about making money. I keep talking about how I'm going as far as to say certain things there to further prove my point. Yesterday on the 11th, I completed a total of 16 orders in my gig hustle, and I noticed only one driver had a hot cold bag in their possession. So I think I'm saying this with pretty good qualification. But again, I know this is YouTube, this is social media and all, and a lot of folk may confront me and berate me and chide me and say, hey, you don't know whether they got bags in their vehicles. I carry my bag in my vehicle. I don't bring it in the restaurant, but I put the food in the bag in my vehicle. And you know what? You got a good argument there. But I venture to say that a greater 90%, that 95% number, that most of these drivers do not carry these bags with them. What's also been my experience about these hot cold bags is that I've had restaurant staff to make note to me that, hey, you're the only driver I've seen that even carry a bag with them. And you bringing a cup holder, man, that's cool. I've never seen a driver bring one of those in here. So what all that tells me is that while restaurants really should be adamant about drivers having hot cold bags, the stark truth is that all these restaurants care about is that these orders are delivered. That's it, because they don't want that food to be sitting around, because that's money lost, money wasted. But on a more personal level, I've shown in a previous Gig Geezer segment on DoorDash drive orders, I show that I do carry hot cold bags and cup holders. In fact, in my possession, and just about all the time, I have 5 hot cold bags and 4 cup holders. Now you say, why do I need as many bags and cup holders? Well, on these non-DoorDash drive orders, I've had to use as many as 3 bags for these larger orders. And I've had on a couple of occasions orders in which there were 8 to 10 drinks. So that meant me using 2 or 3 cup holders. And that was money well invested. Now, let's get back to DoorDash. DoorDash again says that you essentially have one opportunity to complete a delivery without a hot cold bag or a hot cold pizza bag. Then the app is going to prompt you again, say, do you have your hot cold bag? And if you don't have it, it's going to block you from marking that order as delivered. So that's going to be money wasted. And also in the scenario of, hey, what if you have a bag and you don't have it with you this time? Same rules apply. So keep that in mind, everybody. You're going to get one opportunity, and then you're going to have to show proof of the hot cold bag. Enough said. Now, the reporter in me is one that I'm always trying to answer as many questions as possible, and I'm trying to dig as far as possible with things to provide as much information to my audience. And for that, I thank you for checking out these segments of the Gig Geezer. So if you recall your onboarding process with all these apps, and I'll just use my experience with DoorDash, as memory serves me correct, you received, in addition to that card for order and pay and pick up and pay orders, you received a crisp, fresh, bright red, flimsy red bag. Now, when I went through the onboarding process with the drive orders, DoorDash sent me one of its DoorDash logoed large bags, the DoorDash logoed large bags that were approved for catering orders. With Uber Eats, surprisingly, I don't recall drivers being given these types of things, these types of equipment, I should say. In fact, in my case, I was already driving for Uber when the Uber Eats program was introduced. And so we're talking back in 2017. And again, I don't recall receiving a bag, but I may have received one of those Uber Eats flimsy, dark colored bags as well. Bite Squad, when I came on in September 2020, Bite Squad actually gave our drivers the opportunity to get their Bite Squad logo bags, the full complement of things, the smaller bag, the large bag, the large catering bags, and then the large pizza bag. But I opted out on that since I already had my bags. The other one is GrubHub, and GrubHub upon the onboarding process, when you get your GrubHub card and all, same thing. It gives you a small bag, a large pizza bag, and then a large catering bag. So really, drivers, there's no excuse why you shouldn't be carrying, because the companies actually provide this upon starting out with each app. But again, that's your choice. I'm not here to berate you at all, but I'm here to inform you about the new process that DoorDash is implementing. If you do choose to invest in yourself and get these bags, I would tell you that these are not your $5 and $10 items. I will say out on the outset that you probably need to budget for about, including shipping and depending on where you purchase these items and equipment, that you should probably budget about $175. Now, I'll give you the breakdown. If you were to go to webrestaurant.com, you can find and use the search hot cold bags. Those bags are going to run you between $20.99 and $31.49. If you go on Amazon.com, you can actually find all the items that I'm talking about: the pizza bags, the hot cold catering bags, and also cup holders. The cup holders are going to run you from $16.64 to $29.95. Search drink carriers for delivery. If you search for hot cold bags for delivery, those bags are going to run you from $19.99 to $25.99. And if you search pizza carriers for delivery, they're going to run you between $19.99 and $59.99. Now, I mentioned that I have 5 hot cold bags, or five hot cold catering bags. I also have full cup holders, and I have 2 pizza bags. Now, if you were to get the pizza bag, that's going to run you probably about $40. If you get 2 drink carriers, that's going to run you $35. And if you get 3 food bags, it's going to run you about $65. So those before shipping is $140. So that's why I say that you may want to budget for as much as $175. Now, for those of you who are thinking that, hey, man, why am I going to spend that type of money? I'm just out there to make whatever change I'm going to make and keep it moving. Well, here's the thing about this. You're 1099, you're your own business person. This is actually a business. If you invest in yourself and purchase these items, these are things that you can write off at tax time. So keep that in mind as well. So that's all I have for this segment of the Gig Geezer. I'm in Wood Lane, and may your hustle continue. Thank you for checking out this segment of the Gig Geezer. If you like the content that's been provided, hey, hit that subscribe button and also give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or useful information that you'd like to pass on to the Gig Geezer, I can be reached at giggeezer3.5@gmail.com.